Hey everyone, what is going on? So actually doing more Kingdom Cup battles. Now, not really using anything new in this video. Tomorrow's video I will have a few new Pokemon, actually several new Pokemon in tomorrow's video. So definitely check out tomorrow's video, of course. But anyway, using a lot of repeats that we have been using. Lucario, Bastiodon, Melmetal, Altaria, a lot of good Pokemon. I basically know like 5 Pokemon that I definitely want to use for this cup, but I'm still practicing, still learning, so I'm not gonna have a finalized team up now, a video of that now, of course. But you know, I really am liking the Pokemon that I have been using for the most part. But we still have a ways to go. We still have to invest like a secondary move in one Pokemon and things like that. So yeah, really enjoying this cup though. Let me know how much you like this cup, and let me know what your team is going to be if you have a team that you've decided on. Maybe you only have 4 or 5 Pokemon so far that you're looking at. Post in the comments down below and let me know. You guys know I'm always interested in hearing about it. Anyway, we did go ahead and take that match, so we took game 1. Now we're going to go jump into game 2. I am beginning with Lucario. He begins with Altaria. Not a good matchup to me. I switch out into Bastiodon. Not really a great switch, because if he has Lucario in the back, which he does, of course he's going to switch in, he's going to block this flamethrower, so he's going to be able to knock us out. So I really don't like switching into Bastiodon just because they could have a Lucario in the back. So yeah, really not the greatest switch, but I felt like I had to switch because my Lucario loses to Altaria, right, for the most part. So, you know, unless you get off a Shadow Ball, which I guess I could have, but yeah, probably not the greatest switch in the world. Anyway, we did go ahead and knock out that. Can Lucario pull it out? No, it can't, of course, because he does have Altaria. So I'm going to go ahead, block that Sky Attack, and try to get off this Shadow Ball, see if we can do it. We're not able to do it because he does go ahead and block it. He's not going to take any chances, and he's going to eliminate Lucario. So yeah, I guess that switch cost me, but the lead was not in my favor anyway, because that Lucario would have went down to the Altaria. And I guess I still should have stuck around or not switched into Bastiodon. I guess that was a mistake on my end, but that's okay. That's why we play, to learn, right? But anyway, we have Charizard against his Bronzong. He's going to go use Heavy Slam. And just going to go ahead and knock out that Bronzong. We have Blast Burn and Dragon Claw charged up. He is using Moltres. We're going to go ahead, get off this Blast Burn, and of course he's going to block it. But we're able to get off another Blast Burn because we did save up quite a bit of energy. So costing both of his shields, so really good for us. He does take out Charizard, but that's quite alright. And now this Flygon going to get off Dragon Claw. He's out of shields. And I am going to go ahead and block that Fire Blast. Fire Blast would have done a lot to me, almost knocked me out. It might have actually knocked me out. It would have come very close. That's how strong Moltres is and how strong Fire Breath is. But now it's Lucario versus Lucario. Does get off that Power Punch to knock me out. We bring in Flygon, and we're able to get off a Dragon Claw. So very close game, but we do go knock him out and take out the win. So that is a really nice game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another game. And this time I am beginning with Bastiodon, trying things out. He begins with Altaria, so really good lead up for me. Of course, he's going to pull the switch to Lucario, so I switch out immediately. And I go down just before he does because he has a little bit more energy than I do. Gets off that Power Up Punch. I'm going to take it with Charizard. Actually, it was a Shadow Ball, excuse me. So I guess I should have blocked it, but I wasn't expecting Shadow Ball. So good play on his end. I was expecting Power Up Punch. So I guess it wasn't a mistake on my end. But, you know, just because I made a wrong prediction, you know. Wasn't a mistake, it was just a wrong call, you know, if that makes sense. So sometimes you gotta play mind tricks with your opponent. You know, I didn't expect that Shadow Ball, but anyway, I have my Bastiodon now. He has his Altaria. Bastiodon beats Altaria any day of the week. It could tank those Sky Attacks, Dragon Breath, even Dazzling Gleam if you happen to have it on you. You know, it tanks its Dragon Breath, so yeah, Bastiodon will be able to beat it just fine. And now he has a Alolan Ninetales, and Bastiodon also beats a Alolan Ninetales. We're going to go ahead, use that Stone Edge. He's going to block it. That's okay with us. I'm going to go block this. I didn't need to. I would have survived that. But because it's our last Pokemon, it's his last Pokemon, there's really no reason not to block at this point. And we do go ahead and finish him off with the Stone Edge. So we do go ahead and take that game. So that is a really good game. Jumping into yet another one. Beginning with Charizard. He begins with Altaria. Of course, not a good matchup to me. Gotta get out of that immediately. Now, again, I switched into Bastiodon, so I was kind of fearing Lucario, and when he didn't switch into Lucario, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't have it, so this actually works out in our favor. However, I don't like switching into Bastiodon just in case they have Lucario in the back, so, or a fighting type like Blaziken or something in the back, so not really a good switch on my end just because I don't want to encounter that Lucario. But no, he actually has Lucario, he just didn't switch into it. Not really sure why he didn't switch into it. He would have completely destroyed Bastiodon. But anyway, that's okay. I bring in my Charizard. I'm going to go ahead and block that Shadow Ball. I was expecting Power Up Punch, but I do go ahead and block it anyway because I wanted to be able to get off a move against him. We do knock out Lucario, and he's going to bring in his Moltres. We're getting off this Dragon Claw, able to just about get it off, and he's going to go ahead and block that. That is okay with us. He knocks our Charizard out. Bring in Lucario, and this is going to be a tough one. We need to get to that Shadow Ball if we want to win. We need to get to that Shadow Ball, and it's going to be close, guys, but we're actually able to get to the Shadow Ball, and he is going to knock him out because he's out of shields, and that's going to be another game. So really good game, really fun game. And we're going to go ahead and I think jump into a different opponent. Yes, we are. So beginning with Bastiodon, he begins with Flygon. So not really a great matchup for me. In fact, it's not good at all. So I'm going to pull the switch into Charizard. Yeah, so I pull the switch into Charizard. We take this Dragon Claw. Wasn't sure how much it would do. It actually does a good amount. So he gets yet another Dragon Claw off. So that is not going to knock out Charizard, so we can take both of those Dragon Claws, but it still does a lot of damage to us. He's going to use a shield, so I do get knocked out first, but I'm still okay with that because he's down a shield. Bring in Lucario. I guess I should have brought in Lucario first because it is doing a good amount of damage to Flygon, but I don't know. I brought in the Charizard. Anyway, he switches into a Alolan Sandslash. Not really sure why he made that switch. I mean, it's weak to fighting, so I wouldn't have made the switch, but anyway, we knock him out. And he's down shield, so that's really good for us. Really good for us. A little bit of lag, no big deal. He does have Charizard, but we're going to be able to get off a Power Up Punch. Not enough time to get off Shadow Ball. I don't think we would have had enough time. Pretty sure we wouldn't have. Bring in Bastiodon. Now, Bastiodon beats Charizard any day of the week. I knew he was going to use Blast Burn. I wanted to see how much it would do to Bastiodon. It does a decent amount, so I still don't think Charizard is a good counter to Bastiodon because it is 4 times weak to those rock moves. But it does do a lot of damage if you happen to get off a Blast Burn. So anyway, he's going to go ahead and now activate Dragon Claw, and we're going to be able to tank that and knock out Flygon and take the win. So yeah, really fun game, Thanks for the match. Gonna go ahead and jump into yet another game with the same opponent, beginning with Altaria. He begins with Kingdra. Now, Altaria beats Kingdra whether or not it has Water Gun or Dragon Pulse for the most part because Altaria is tankier. So if we're not torquing shields, Altaria is going to win. Now, he does use shield, so I'm okay with that, of course. And he does get off his move, so he's going to knock us out. But again, he used his shield, so that's good for us. I'm really happy about that. Bringing in Bastiodon, knocking out Kingdra. Let's see what he brings in now. A little bit of lag, I believe. Altaria, not a good matchup for him, so I'll definitely take that. We do get off the Stone Edge. I could have saved that Stone Edge. I just wanted to burn a shield because I basically knew he would use a shield because he would know Stone Edge was coming. So now we could just knock it out with this Smackdown. We don't need to use Stone Edge. We can save the Flamethrower and Stone Edge. He gets off Dragon Pulse, not doing much to us. We don't need to use a shield, just completely knocking out Altaria. So Altaria is a pretty good Pokemon for this cup, but there's a lot of things that wall it, like Bastiodon. So we do get off that Stone Edge, and we get enough energy for another Stone Edge. And I actually lagged there, as you saw, so I couldn't do anything, but that's okay, no big deal. I do go ahead and use a shield over here, getting off that Stone Edge, and again, more lagging. But we're able to take out Lapras, so we do go ahead and pick up the win, pick up the W in that game. So a really good game, and we're moving on to, I believe this is the final game. Yes, the final game. We're beginning with Flygon. He also begins with Flygon. I decided to stay in, just a race to see who can get to Dragon Claw faster, and that happens to be us. So we go ahead, activate Dragon Claw. He's going to go ahead and take it, and he gets off his Dragon Claw, but we're going to go ahead and take that one as well. I still have to add Earthquake onto my Flygon, guys. I definitely will be adding it. There's no doubt about it. Definitely want Earthquake and Dragon Claw in my opinion. He goes ahead and gets off his Dragon Claw now, but he did burn a shield, so it was a good trade-off for me in my opinion. But we do bring in Lucario. A little bit of lag, as you saw. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't attack. But I do go ahead and block, and the match continues as normally. If that was a tournament, I guess the game would have been reset. Not really too sure, but he brings in Altaria. I'm going to go ahead and switch immediately into Bastiodon. I know for a fact he doesn't have a Lucario, so against him I don't have to worry about it. But, he might have one by the time the tournament rolls around. I don't know. But he switches out Altaria into a Alolan Sandslash. Another good matchup for us that can't do anything to Bastiodon. You basically need a ground user or a fighting user if you really want to beat Bastiodon. That's just the way things are. There's other good fighting types like Blaziken. You don't need Lucario, But, yeah, Earthquake on Steelix is another way to go, or Earthquake and Flygon, will beat Bastiodon, but, yeah. But, yeah, we're able to knock out his Altaria, and we actually do go ahead and pick up the win and pick up the game. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.